everybody. I welcome you to our Something New Facebook Live. My name is Anna Howells, and I'm here just to give you some ideas on how to make a bow. A lot of you know that we've had spring classes a couple weeks ago, and there was about 100 people that got to attend. And I'm just going to give you like a little window of some of the things that we showed at the class. And the reason I'm going to do that is because we are going to have a summer class, and it's going to be the second week in June. And so maybe some of you that never attended our class before, maybe this will give you some inspiration, some things to learn. And I feel also next week, before Easter, next week we're going to be showing you some really creative ideas on how to enhance your table for Easter. So for today, the number one question people ask me is, how do I make a bow? Now, to make a bow like this is not something that you learn and you can make it. This takes a lot of practice. This is something that you need to do all the time. So when a normal person that doesn't work in this industry needs a bow, it's not something that they need all the time. It's usually for a gift or a wreath or something like that. And, and I understand that this is very hard to do, and it does take practice. But the bows I'm going to show you today are bows that are going to come out really well, and they'll always be perfect, and they're so easy to make. So what I want all of you to do is, everybody has bolts of ribbon at home, sitting in the basement, in baskets, whatever. I want you to pull those out. And I want you to pull, 3 or 4 different ones that complement each other. Or, look at the ribbon you have and go buy some new ribbon that's going to complement. And what I'd like for you to do is you're going to cut them in strips, just like this. As you can see here on the table, we started off with this strip, which is about 12 inches long. So whatever strip you start with, that's going to be the circumference of what your bow is going to look like. So if you need a smaller one, you're going to start off with smaller. And as you can see, I cut different strips from different ribbons. I even used different size width ribbons. And it really doesn't matter. The more different it is, the better. And as you can see, I just made them smaller, all the way down. And as far as many strips that you use, that's going to depend on how full you want your bow to be. Okay, so this is the easy part. So you're going to start off with your longest one, and you're just going to pinch it just like that down in the middle. You're going to be rotating just like this. As you can see, I'm just crisscrossing like this. Very easy. Just holding them together. Now, if you crisscross it, not exactly crisscrossing it, it's not a big deal. Because when you have a gift for somebody and you give it to them and it's gift wrap, it's very nice. But when there's a bow on it, don't you say to yourself, oh my gosh, they put a bow on it. And I think it just makes it extra special. Okay, as you can see, I pinched all of the pieces together. You're going to get a piece of wire or pipe cleaner, and you're just going to tie it all together really tight like this and twist it. Okay. So now what you're going to do is you're going to pull. You're just going to pull all the strips all the way around. Just pull it apart, as you can see, and you have this bow. Here, let me just pull the one that we made earlier. And this one is a little bit smaller than the one that I had made earlier. But as you can see, you see how festive and easy that is? I mean, and putting this on a package, you can use it for a wreath, you can use it for your mailbox. I mean, anything that you would like. Of course, you would use colors according to Christmas or, whatever the season is. But that's called a strip bow. Now, if you can't do this, shame on you. You can definitely do this. And I want to show you, depending on your strips, how many you use is what your bow is going to come out like. You can even make it fuller than this. You can make it smaller than this. Also, I just wanted to show you, for all of you grandmothers or that have little girls, here's a small one. We did exactly the same thing. We just did little strips, tied it together, and then you can just glue this like on a barrette, on one of those real thick rubber bands, and put this in their hair. Now, how easy, and sometimes when you go buy bows, they're like $10, $12 for a little bow like this. And you can even make them and sell them. If you, okay, I shouldn't have said that, but anyway. Okay, so now the next bow that I'm going to show you how to make is this bow. Now this looks like a little bit more intimidating, but this is so easy. But this is more of a classic bow. It's more tailored. I mean, this is really beautiful on a wreath. You know, if you have a really beautiful wreath, and of course you can make them different sizes according to your wreath. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with a ribbon of your choice. We're just going to use this, and you are going to cut, the first strip is going to be 18 inches. Second strip is going to be 15 inches. And we're going to put this on our website because if you're like me, you know, you can't remember things unless you write it down. The third one is going to be another one of 18 inches. And then we're going to do 4 inches. Okay, so it's 2 18, 1 15, and 1 4. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to get 1 18 and 1 15. Get out your glue gun. And you are just going to glue right here, like right at the edge, just like that. And you're just going to overlap it with the other end. You're just going to make like a little circle. Just like that. See? Very, very easy. You're going to get your other one. You're going to do the same thing. Thank God for glue guns. And you're just going to make another little loop. Just like that. So you have these 2 loops, and here the center where you glued it together is going to be your guideline, and you're going to just fold it in half. Same thing here, fold it in half and lay them right on top of each other, just like this. So you can kind of start seeing what's happening here. The last piece that you have sitting here is you're going to be your tail. Now, those are the measurements that I gave you. That I'm just showing you, you know, you can do whatever you want. We're going to do like a little pinch like this in the middle. And we're going to use a pipe cleaner to go around it. Just like this. Okay. So the little piece that was 4 inches, what you're going to do with this is you're going to put some glue on there and fold it halfway down, just like that. And then the other side is going to follow this way, just like that. See? Very, very easy. What you're going to do with this piece is you're going to hide the mechanics of your cover, of your wire or your pipe cleaner. So you're just going to do a little bit of glue. You're just going to lay it on the top just like that. And then you're just going to crisscross it on the back with your glue. Very easy. Using beautiful, really thick satin ribbon, real satin ribbon, is really excellent. It looks just so beautiful on wreaths. And there you go. Now my fingers are glued to it, but that kind of gives you. Now, this is so simple, but isn't it a beautiful bow? It's a little bit crooked because I'm trying to do this backwards, but this is very, very simple. So that's just another option. Okay. Now, and another option is, one more thing we're going to show you, is this is the same idea as the strip one that we made the first time. And here we have some birthday ribbon. And as you can see, these are like 10 inches. 10 inches, 11 inches. And we're just going to cut a strip like this. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in half. And what this is going to do is going to give you the little V at the end of your tail, which always gives it a nice finished look. Okay. So as you can see, we have 3 little pieces here. What we're going to do is we're going to like pleat it. We're just going to gather it together all the way to the middle, just like this. And you're going to hold it, and then you're just going to do a little staple. Okay, we're going to do this again. You know, now with Easter baskets coming up, and that's it, and everybody loves to put wreaths on their front door. Sometimes if you find a wreath and you don't like the ribbon that's in it, you can go change it yourself. Okay, so here we go. Just a little staple here. Okay. So you're just going to get these tails, and you're just going to put them together. This is called like a starburst bow. Now you have all 3 pieces together. Staple it like this. Okay. And once you do that, you're just going to pull it apart like this. And you're just going to have a bow. Now, you see right here, use your imagination, go around your house, because you're going to find something to glue in here. You're going to either put like a button. One lady at the class, she said, you know when you lose one earring? She said, you can use that to glue in the middle. You know, and that was a very clever idea. What we're going to use here is just some curling ribbon. That's all I did is get some curling ribbon that's going to match this. I just curled it up. I stapled it together, and I'm just going to glue it in the middle. So that's going to hide. And see how festive it looks? Now, all your birthday presents need to have a bow on it. I mean, now look how easy that is. I have a box right here, and I'm just going to show you. Just a box. Everybody gets a present just like this. But when you add this to it, and this is the same idea as what we just did. We did it in black and white polka dots. And these 2 things that I glued on here are Christmas ornaments. And now, you know, it doesn't have to be, I mean, it doesn't scream Christmas. So definitely, you know, walk around your house and see what you have. Sometimes we think about things too much. But, you know, everything works out. There's no right or wrong. I always say that. Now, look at the difference. Now, wouldn't you rather get that? And I wanted to show you right over here, we put a little Easter basket together and just added one of the bows that I taught you how to make, and everybody needs to make one. I want to see some pictures. I just want to see you people trying, because, you know, this is very, very easy. And, you know, and then you can teach your friends how to do it. So I really appreciate all of you coming or being here with me, and I hope that you guys use these ideas. We're going to be bringing you a lot more on Facebook, just ideas that you can do at home. So we'll see you next week.